What's up, guys? It's currently 2 a.m. and I can't sleep. This is like the third, fourth time this week I haven't been able to go to sleep. My mind's just racing, and I mean, it's always been like this, especially with what I'm thinking about 80%, 90% of the time, but it's just been really, really strong lately, and I don't know. It's really tough to kind of put into perspective or words, if that makes sense. Maybe it's not. But, let's see. Oh, that's better. But I can't sleep at all. And all I can think about is how I need to be successful. And most of the time I leave everything to God. I leave I try to leave all my problems, but I try to leave my journey to Him, because He has my entire story written. And I really, really try hard to not get to these points where I'm so overly worried about becoming successful, doing this, doing that, achieving my dreams. It's hard not to avoid it. And I have consistently nights like this where I am so, not only looking forward, of course looking forward to it, but not only that, but, I'm nervous, I'm always game planning in my head. I'm always creating scenarios and creating business ideas and plans, and, reflipping them, and just keep thinking of stuff in my head about what I can possibly do to get to that next level. And, I'm at a point where people are saying I'm doing a good job. People are congratulating me for my success, but I feel like I haven't done a whole lot. I feel like, I need to be doing more. And, granted, the last 8 months I've flipped 4 houses. I've made some decent income, but I want so much out of life. I want so much. I want to be able to accomplish all these things that I aspire and think about, and these plans I put together. I want to complete them as quick as possible, because I know I'm capable. I know everything in this life. Everything I do, I already have it. I have it all. It's just a matter of where I'm at now to getting to that point where I have everything that I know I have. And that is the toughest thing for me to really comprehend and grasp without frantically being like, okay, well, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I gotta make X amount of money to get to this point so I could do this larger project, or I gotta meet these certain people. And it's a never-ending thing. And I feel like a lot of people, I would hope, if you're watching this, I feel like a lot of people can relate. They understand those sleepless nights where you can't sleep because you're just consistently thinking about the future, thinking about who you are becoming and who you need to become. And it's crazy. I've been like this for God knows how long, but it's really, really strong. This is, at this point right now, it's probably surpassing the beginning when I started everything. Because that drive when you originally start, that drive when you're making that initial push, that's what really gets the gears turning. And I'm at a point where the stuff that I'm doing now isn't anything crazy, and I need to scale. But at the same time, I don't want to scale too quickly and just eat shit, And the thing is with that, you kind of just got to take the leap. I took the initial leap to get here, and I don't know why now I'm overthinking some of this stuff when I've taken this leap before. I put myself in this position before and I took the chance and it got me here. So that should show myself that I'm capable. Everything's going to be all right. And I just need to put in the work and actually deliver. And it's easier said than done, believe me, but like, God, yeah, these sleepless nights are catching up to me. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. You know, but despite me getting few hours to no sleep and having a full day of managing different things, you know, whether it's projects or escrows or, you know, Zaxby's or finding other franchises or finding other ways I can invest my money, you know. I like it because it keeps me busy, and when I'm busy, I'm happy, you know. And it's to a point now where I just want so much, and I wouldn't say I'm at a point where I don't know what to do, because I know what I need to do and I know what I want to do. But at the same time, it's a constricting factor of the part that I've done it before and I know I can do it again, but I need to scale. And I want to just be able to create this business and just level up to do some crazy things, you know? Like, I mean, I'll give some examples. Like, I'm about to go into, you know, ground up construction here soon of multi-units or doing multiple houses at once. I'm already partnering on a project of a ground up build out in South Phoenix, out in Buckeye, you know. And granted, I'm not fully directly involved, but I'm sitting there and I'm learning from head to toe the entire process. And besides that, you know, the last house I just finished closed. It actually closes the 7th, so that's in like 6 days. Yeah, next week. And we have Turney, which is another one that we picked up about 2 months ago. That's a larger project. I am partnering on that one. That's in Scottsdale. That's going to be a $1.7 million house, so that one's going to be awesome. I can't wait to begin that and really kind of show you guys the ins and outs of it. It's going to be awesome. But we have that one. What else do we have? We have one down in Chandler that's on a lake. That one's going to be good too. That one's going to be really good. And I have those two right now, and I put in an offer on a condo out in Biltmore. I think it was like $650, something like that. We're going back and forth negotiating. So if I don't get it, I don't get it. But I'm not going to pay top dollar for something that I know I can get lower. So we got that one on the table. And there's one that I ended up not partnering on with my business partner, but he's doing another one out in Scottsdale. It's a townhouse also. But I'm still going to be there helping them the best that I can. So that's done. And tomorrow today technically, in the next, God, in 7 hours, I'm going to be looking at a crap ton of properties, and I'm going to pick up another one. And I got to meet contractors, and then I got to submit a BINSA report, which is, it's basically a report where the buyer has an inspection, and then they come back like, hey, on the inspection, I saw this list of things that I want fixed. So I got to take care of that. But yeah, just keep on spamming these flips, dude, until I get enough cash where I can do an entire ground up all on my own. And I've met a handful of lenders, and I met a lender that I could work with that's going to help me through that process. But that's kind of the grand scheme of things of what's really going on. So much that part, it doesn't really keep me awake, because, you know, it's almost to a point where it's muscle memory. I know what I'm doing. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if you guys can relate, but many sleepless nights, many nights of wondering what's gonna happen. But that is all out of my control. It is. I gotta leave it up to God. All glory to God. The Lord will take care of it. You know what I mean? And things could always be worse. Seriously, I'm sitting over here stressing and worrying about, and where's my next deal gonna come from? Is this deal gonna go right? Am I gonna be overspending on this one? I keep overthinking and worrying about this stuff. And, that's a good thing, like things could be 10 times worse. Seriously, like I told somebody that I knew this recently, especially when times get hard, because people tend to go through instances in their life and they completely let it just tear down the entire building they built for the last God knows what time frame. And it goes something along the lines, it's somewhere in the Bible. Don't quote me on this. I don't know exactly where, but it says that, I don't know if it was in the Bible actually. I saw this somewhere, but anyways, sorry. Things could always be worse. When Jesus Christ was crucified, he had nails in his hands and he had nails in his feet, and he had a spear stabbed through his side. So to think that all the stuff that us humans are going through, thinking it's the end of the world, thinking this is permanent. Look at what Jesus Christ did. He died for our sins. He went through a lot. And every time I kind of get into this phase, I kind of try to reel myself back in. I'm like, okay, things can be worse. Things can be 10 times worse. And by the glory of God, he has blessed me with something that I love to do. So now that I'm sitting here speaking on it, these sleepless nights aren't for nothing. They give me moments like this where I can really think and take the time to really dissect my thoughts and, answer some of them and figure out a game plan for another one of them. So, yeah, this is just me kind of hopping on here late at night and for me to look back on. But like I said, I can't wait for you guys to see the projects I'm going to be doing down the road. I haven't been posting a lot recently, but you know what? Things are coming. Work is being done. We are moving places. We are going places. There's been a lot of brick walls that I've hit recently, but it's all part of the game. I asked for all this. Anyways, take it easy. Keep you guys posted on the projects.